Hello. It's 6:35 on Thursday. And although it's not 6 o'clock, it's still time for Diaspora TV. My name is Inez Nelson. I'm the founder of It's Deeper Than Travel. We're a Pan-African travel company that is changing the face of international service in these countries. So we take Black and Brown people to Black and Brown countries to travel, serve, and learn, specifically countries in South America, Central America, the Caribbean, and Africa. And this is Diaspora TV. Now, if you've joined us before for Diaspora TV, you will notice a little bit something different about this Diaspora TV. This is an updated version because we are not at WeWork today because I am currently in Philadelphia and it is currently snowing. Bad enough to not want to get on the road. So we're doing a home version of Diaspora TV today. So if you are part of the IDTT family, make sure that you like this. Make sure that you share it. Drop us a I'm tripping. If you're in Philly or the Northeast and you're battling snow, drop us a I'm tripping in my mind. Because I'm sure you're thinking about somewhere warmer, even though it is freezing outside right now. I just wanted to come on and talk a little bit about the true value of travel. So, as most of you all know, travel is not a necessity per se. I would say it's a necessity for me, but in general, when you think about necessities, you think about like food, water, shelter from the snow. And you don't necessarily think about travel being a necessity, but I think that there is some real true value to it. And apparently so does our IDTT family. So the people who support our vision, support our model, and support, the work that we're doing here and abroad. So I wanted to stop in for Diaspora TV today and share a little bit about what our IDTT family said their true value of travel was. So sometimes I think if I was to look up the true value of travel on Google or so, you probably would see non-tangible things, right? And you would think that it would be, you get to see some of the world, you get to explore, maybe you get to get away. But what I've seen in our Instagram page, which you can find at It's Deeper Than Travel on IG, we posed a question to our audience and we said, what basically is the emotional need that travel satisfies? Because it seems like a lot of times when you're buying things that aren't necessity, it's really based on the emotional need. Like things that you don't really need, you buy them because there's something that ties you to them emotionally. So travel has to be in essence the same way. And so what we got were a lot of responses, like plenty of comments on how travel satisfies an emotional need for our IDTT travelers. So if you know any of these people, tag them. We'll make sure to tag them so they get to see this video, just so they know that we shouted them out. But some of the things that we got back were from do you wander as you wander? Do you wonder as you wander? She said that travel helps her to put her life into perspective. She said that the world is indeed greater than her smaller corner, and that's what's important. What's important is her impact to others in the way that it's rooted in love. So for her, travel puts her life into perspective. I share that as well. The adventure of it all really makes you see just how blessed you are, and how grateful you should be, and some of the things that make you sad, hey Sharon, or may make you upset, really aren't that big of a deal when you go see what other people's conditions are. We had another IDTT family member, GG_just_me, said that traveling gives me a highest peace. I travel to remove myself from everyday life. Sometimes we live every day as a routine. Kids, work, home, sleep, and sometimes play. But traveling helps you remove yourself from that everyday life. It helps you realize it's more to the world besides everyday life. Travel is a must. Definitely do a cruise. Being at sea is so tranquil and relaxing. You literally have to do nothing but eat, drink, relax, and have fun when you travel. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it as well. I like the cruises as well. But to her point, life can be very routine, and travel allows you to like shake up that routine. we love shaking up our travelers' routines, especially if they're willing to change their environment and challenge their comfort zone. So that's one of the reasons that Gigi shared that travel was of emotional value to her. We have another member of IDTT who shared, it seems like the same mindset of Gigi. And I think this is Conscious Loser. That's an interesting name. Conscious Loser said, disconnecting from the Matrix, USA, basically. Which I completely agree. Like, I completely agree that disconnecting from the Matrix is needed, similar to just getting out of your routine. It helps you to figure out, or just gives you time to think about something other than what you think about every day. So traveling can really feed your personal development if you use it to, because you can take a moment to just think about what your visions and your goals are, where you're going, and kind of disconnect from the matrix and the routine and the rigmarole that goes along every day. Narcissistic Way said curiosity, which is huge because the motto for Deeper Than Travel is create curiosity, realize rapport, and increase impact. And we say create curiosity because with curiosity becomes questions. And we want people to focus on asking questions as opposed to making judgments without fact, or making judgment based on very little fact. So the curiosity piece is really big. Narcissistic Ways, I agree. Traveling always piques my curiosity, and it satisfies my curiosity as well, because I get to learn a lot about other countries. Thanks. I get to learn about other countries and cultures and foods. So those always make me curious. Shout out to my fiance, Tawanda, who's supporting me on my live right now. I love you, babe. We have JB_new, who is one of our IDTT family, who said that he likes to discover new things and places. And then we have Taji Magazine, which is owned by a friend of mine, Nay. And she said that traveling brings her healing, meditation, and peace of mind. Well, thank God for that. Those are some really deep things. Like, you think about the things that people use for healing, the ways that people choose to meditate, and what usually is considered to be the thing that brings people peace of mind. You may not always think about travel, but it really is something that allows you to gain those things. Like, you can gain some healing, like being able to, I know there are retreats that people have that allow them to be able to experience healing in places like Bali. Meditation is huge in those type of areas. Learning to just check in on yourself. I haven't meditated in a long time. I used to meditate all the time. But I realized that meditation allows you to check in on yourself, whereas prayer allows you to check in with God. So being able to meditate and make sure that, all systems are go and your mind is clear. And if there are things that are bothering you, that you're actually assessing those and figuring out what those are, you can do that when you're traveling, because sometimes you just are able to get away and you don't have to worry about things of life. So it allows you to focus on those things. And then lastly, we have Sweeter Than Honey _14. And her reason for why travel is of value to her, what it brings to her emotionally, is experiencing relaxation, release, and the knowledge that the world truly is your playground. And I think that's a big deal. Like, being able to experience a bit of release and relaxation, and just taking time to yourself, but specifically finding a release in the journey and the excursions and the adventure of it all as well. So that really makes it valuable, I think, and worth the money, worth the time. People always come back from our trips feeling as though they are more connected to themselves. So I would say, for me, the biggest true value of travel is self-identity and actualization. Like, for me, going to see other countries, going to see other places allows me to better understand my space in the world, and what I'm supposed to be doing, where I'm supposed to be, and how I'm supposed to be connecting, and how do I best get my gift out. So That's what I would say is the biggest true value for me. You've heard from the IDTT family on this matter as well. You can check us out on our IG page. I don't know if you can see that. Let's bring it back. Maybe not, but it's Deeper Than Travel on IG. It's Deeper Than Travel on Facebook as well. And very soon, as in potentially tomorrow, we'll be giving you an update on our website is deeperthantravel.com. So make sure you stay tuned. I'm so glad that you joined us. If you're watching this later, feel free to drop us a comment. If you didn't catch this live, we'll answer all comments for the live as well. And let us know like what for you is the true value of travel, or even more so, like what do you feel like you gain emotionally by traveling, whether it's locally, whether it's nationally or internationally. We want to hear what you have to say. So if you're in the Northeast, stay warm, stay out of the snow, stay safe, and take a look at some of the travel online so that you can actually be tripping even though you're in places pretty cold right now. So we'll see you all next week, 6 o'clock for Diaspora TV. We're out.